I'm William. I'm 77 years old, and I've spent 50 years of my life chasing things I thought would make me whole. 50 years, half a century, and now looking back, I realize they never would have. I need you to really hear this because I wish someone had told me sooner before I spent so much time running after the wrong things. All my life I said I'll be happy when I get the promotion, I pay off the house, I retire, people respect me. That was my mantra, my excuse, my reason to keep moving, to keep working, to keep missing the things that actually mattered. And you know what? I got all those things. I became vice president, corner office, my name on the door. I paid off the house. I retired. People did respect me, I suppose, but none of it gave me what I was looking for. Not really. I grew up poor, not starving, but poor enough that I knew what it meant to feel invisible. My father worked in a factory, hands scarred and raw, and people treated him like he was nothing. I watched that as a boy, and something inside me decided that wouldn't be my life. I would be somebody. I would make people respect me. So I worked. Lord, I worked. 60, 70 hours a week sometimes. I missed dinners with my kids, baseball games, birthdays, ordinary evenings at home. I told myself I was building something, becoming somebody, and maybe I was, but I didn't realize that in the process I was losing myself. By 52, I had climbed high, higher than I had ever imagined. Corner office, title, salary, people calling me sir. And sitting there one evening, door closed, staring out that window, I thought, this is it. This is what I gave up everything for. And I felt nothing. Not nothing exactly, just empty, like I'd climbed all the way up a mountain and there was nothing at the top, just another mountain in the distance. It took me another 20 years to understand what had happened. 20 years. I guess I'm a slow learner. Here's what I finally figured out. I wasn't chasing money or titles or respect, not really. What I was chasing was a feeling, the feeling that I was enough, that I mattered, that I was worthy. I thought if I achieved enough, I'd finally feel it. But you can't get that from a paycheck. You can't get it from a corner office. You can't get it from people calling you sir. That feeling, being enough, is something you give yourself. I could have given it to myself at 25. I did it at 73. 48 years wasted trying to earn something I already had. Marriage was the same mistake, just a different story. I thought if I provided enough, gave her everything, we'd be happy. But what my wife actually wanted was me, present, listening, paying attention. I thought I was being present. I paid the bills. I provided. But she told me once, and I didn't understand it at the time, William, I don't need the money. I need you. I need you to look at me. I need you to be here. And I wasn't. I was gone, even when I was home. Missed the conversations, the quiet evenings, the laughter, the closeness. I learned too late that providing and being present are not the same thing, not even close. Now at 77, most of my friends are around my age. A few are gone already. And I notice the difference between the miserable ones and the ones at peace. The miserable are still chasing, still comparing, still keeping score. One friend, 84, still mad his neighbor has a nicer car. Still measuring himself, still miserable. Another friend, 79, complains about everything. Kids, knees, money. She's been unhappy as long as I've known her, and she'll die that way, because she's still waiting for something outside herself to change so she can finally be okay. Then there are others, people who've stopped chasing. They've got something I can't quite describe, a lightness, a quiet peace. My friend Earl, 86, wakes up every day grateful. He doesn't have much, small apartment, fixed income, but he's present, curious, alive. He told me once, William, I spent 60 years trying to be somebody. Now I'm just trying to be here, and it's so much better. That's the difference. It's not money. It's not even family, though that helps. It's whether you've made peace with yourself, whether you've stopped chasing and started being You want to know what freedom feels like? It isn't wealth. I know people with plenty of money who are trapped in their own heads, worried about everything, always calculating, always anxious. Freedom is when the things that used to bother you don't bother you anymore. When someone insults you and it rolls off like water. When you're not obsessed with what everyone else thinks. When you can look in the mirror at a 77-year-old man and say, yeah, that's me, and I'm okay with that. Real freedom is internal. It doesn't come from anything outside, and that takes most people a lifetime to figure out. Some never do. They die still chasing, still waiting. Here's the trap, and I want you to hear this. You think once you get the thing, the promotion, the house, the respect, you'll be satisfied, but you won't. There's always another thing. I paid off my house when I was 58, thought I'd feel free. But fear doesn't disappear just because circumstances improve. It just finds something new to latch onto. Retirement savings, health care, market crashes, what ifs. The fear leaves only when you change, when you decide you won't let it run your life. When you decide you're okay right now, today, regardless of tomorrow. That's an inside job. No paycheck, no title, no relationship can do it for you. Everything I thought I wanted, money, title, respect, I didn't want those things. I wanted safety, worthiness, love, and I was looking for them in all the wrong places. My career, my bank account, other people's opinions. I could have given them to myself at any time. I didn't need permission. I didn't need to earn them. I just had to accept them, already safe, already worthy, already loved. It sounds simple, I know, but it took 50 years to understand it. And even now, I'm still practicing, 77 and still practicing. Young people think happiness is at the finish line. I thought that too, but there is no finish line. One thing achieved, another problem appears. One fear solved, another takes its place. That's life. If you wait until everything is perfect to be happy, you'll wait forever. It will never be perfect. Something will always be missing. Something will always be wrong. The journey is the destination. I didn't get that at first. Now I do. This is it. Right here, right now. This is life. Not when you get the promotion, not when you meet the right person, not when you pay off the debt. Now, if you can't find some peace on the way, you won't find it at the finish line either. I promise you that. I've been there. The arrival never feels like you think it will. So stop waiting. Stop telling yourself, I'll be happy when... That's a lie. I believed it for 50 years. It gave me 50 years of postponed living. Whatever you think you need, you don't. What you need is to decide you're enough right now, today. With everything exactly as it is, you're enough. You hear me? Already enough. No proving, no earning, just accepting. I'm 77. I've made mistakes. I've chased the wrong things. I've wasted time. But the one thing I know for sure, everything you're looking for is already inside you. You just have to stop running long enough to notice it. And if this means something to you, share it with someone who's grinding themselves into dust, chasing something that will never make them whole. Ask them, what's your I'll be happy when? What would change if you decided you were enough right now? That's it. That's all I've got. 77 years old, trying to be here, trying to notice, and finally, trying to feel like I'm enough.